Welcome to the second part of this Rome 2 AI only tournament. Who's going to make it to the finals this time round? In the last part, we did the same thing again. 4 factions, they each battle each other once, and then we'll have our finalist in a single elimination. In the last episode, Massilia was the faction that made it through. It was Massilia, as we can see here, so good luck to them, they're already in the finals. But today we have Macedon versus Egypt, and then we have the Seleucid Empire versus the Arverni, the Gauls they're fighting. Those two will fight, and then they'll fight in the semi-final, and then we'll have another finalist. The finals will be next week, so to make it AI only, armies will be chosen at random. Let's take a look what we've gone for. So, here we have Macedon. We got a unit of companion cavalry, but only one. The rest of the cavalry, I guess it's okay. We got some shield bearers, militia hoplites, royal pelters. Overall, quite a weak roster. It does not say strength to me. Let's see what the Egyptians have gone for. And this looks better already. 2 very heavy cav units, axemen as a general. No elephants though, but we got some skirmisher cav, Egyptian infantry. I think Egypt has this one, but we'll see, who knows. Let's find out. Macedon will be defending, which is a slight advantage to them I think. But have they even gone for any real phalanxes? Not that many, they're very weak on the infantry line. Oh hold on, royal peltists. Maybe they are more melee infantry then. When I saw peltist, I assumed javelin. I don't know. I see javelins as being a bit weak, but if they're melee infantry, let's actually take a look. Oh yeah, they've got good stats. Okay, maybe they might be able to pull it up then, get the win. And here we are, the first battle. Now the balance of power does favour Egypt by just a little bit, so usually that does say quite a bit, but who knows, we got the full battle to fight first. So how do I do these? I just spectate at the back. I try to influence the AI battle as little as possible. Usually if the AI does end up trying to fight me, then by that point, the battle's usually over anyway. So yeah, these armies are going to come in now. They've got their missiles on the front. Same over here by Macedon. I think Egypt will win, but still, it's going to be very undecided. And they're about to start getting into range now. Oh, Macedon moving forwards now, they're definitely in range. But Macedon a bit out of formation. They're sending 2 units on the flank over here, 2 cav units. And the missiles start pouring on in, the javelins. They're getting involved now. The cav on the flank about to get a charge. Maybe. Nope, they're actually continuing to go around. Like they do charge into the Macedonian cavalry. The citizen cav. I believe the infantry battle's about to begin. Macedon does get a cav charge with the companions into the swords, so that should be good. But they did get hit on the side themselves, and they're actually about to lose 1 cav unit already, very early into the battle. Yeah, cav do mean a lot in this game, so you've got to be very careful with it. And there we go, they lost 1 already. The Sarissa cavalry. We've got the general having to come round this way on the flank. They've got their archers, the javelins firing in there. Oh, it's looking very heavily in favour of the Egyptians. Right, they've got 1 cav unit coming back, but it's a missile cav unit. They're not going to get the best charge off. Yeah, they're actually having to pull away from that. All they wanted to do was get some javelins in there. But Egypt's starting to break here, and Macedon charging in with their swords, hitting their spearmen, so they're going to do a very good job there. Egypt having to pull back with their cavalry, but their general is getting hit by javelins, so they've got to be careful with their general. They don't want to lose him. Macedon got 1 unit completely wiped there. They still have a missile cav firing onto them. Egypt starting to break here. Very close battle so far. Very close battle, could really go in any direction. And as soon as I say that, Macedon, one of their units starts to break. What they're doing with these, where they're bringing them. They're bringing them over onto this front over here. Cav come in just to make sure they do break, but they lose one of their own Cav units as well. Egypt, really struggling. You know, they keep making gains, but then they mess it up. Where's the Egyptian general? He's safe. About to go into battle, but he is safe. The Macedonian general, he's here. He's fine. Egypt collapsing over here, because somehow they got the cav around. Yeah, managed to actually break one archer unit, and some more archers come in to fight in melee as a response. Not the best response, I don't think. Surely some spearmen would be better, but if Egypt's struggling to find the units, then what else can they really do? And they're starting to break here as well, despite having the Macedonians surrounded. Cav charge coming in from the swordsman. They're probably going to lose all the cav here. Yeah, I can't see them surviving that. They got hardly a charge in there. Still a very, very close battle. The Macedonian cav trying to chase back those archers. The Egyptians are breaking over here, but Macedon break under the pressure in the centre. I think we can double speed this right now. It's still a very close battle. It's going to be more about who has the most infantry at the end, like who has the better units, rather than strategy at this point, because most of the cav is actually dead, and it seems to be going in favour of the Egyptians. Macedon lost one army there. The Egyptians starting to break, but they're going to break a cavalry unit, which I think would be a good gain for them. Oh, Egypt losing. Everyone's losing units, it's still even. Both still do have their generals alive. I believe so, anyway. Yeah, there's Macedon's general. I cannot see the Egyptian general. Ah, here he is. Yeah, both still have their generals alive, I think. But Macedon, they don't seem to have the numbers right now. Seems that the Egyptians do have the numbers, despite Macedon having the morale, because Egypt is collapsing. It's not all about the numbers. It's still a very close one. Let's zoom in on some of these units here. Yes, trying to slaughter the cav. Yeah, it's Egypt with the numbers, as I said, but it's Macedon with the morale, the skill, the discipline to hold together. Remember, this is a single elimination. The loser is out. The winner goes to the semi-finals to fight either the Seleucid Empire or the Arverni. Macedon's starting to break now. At last, the pressure's getting to them. And there they go. Macedon do break further. They've just got some archers left. They've lost another unit. Their general probably done with the last unit standing at this point. Fighting for his life, and I believe the Egyptians are going to go through. I think Egypt goes through to the semi-final after beating Macedon, and Macedon put up a very good fight, but they have more than likely been eliminated. I don't know. Macedon's still fighting this out. They've only got 2 units left. Balance of Power says no, but yeah, they're still fighting it out to the very end, which you've got to respect from them. And there we go, the general's wavering. He should break. Oh, he's still holding together. Spear's wavering now. Surely it's got to end here. There we go. It's over. Macedon are out, and Egypt move on through. So yeah, as we can see here, these Royal Pelters actually did a lot of kills, despite me talking them down earlier. The Cav did not do too well. Even the Companions, only getting 58 kills. The General, 170, did better than their General did. 341 kills on that Cav unit. Yeah, the Egyptians had cavalry advantage by far. Although Macedon had clear melee advantage. Although they just did not have the numbers. Yeah, Egypt bringing another 360 troops into this battle. And a bit more infantry, I think, by the looks of things. Well done, Egypt. They move on through. Okay, but now we have the Seleucid Empire versus the Arverni. Seleucid Empire will be defending. Let's just make sure they've got no equipment. Delete all of that. And there we go. So, what have the Seleucid Empire brought? Some Hellenic cataphracts we've got here. Citizen Cav. Shield Bearers. Eastern Spearmen. Okay, a very average roster for the Seleucid Empire. I think the battle for them is mostly going to decide or rely on the cataphracts. And then the Gauls. Some noble horsemen to try and counter them. We got some savage war dogs. Some oath-sworn infantry, and then some, usual barbarian rubbish. Who's gonna win? Let's find out. And so it begins. Gauls versus the Seleucid Empire. Balance of power a little bit more even this time. And it's gonna start off, as it usually does, with a missile skirmish. Although, I believe the Seleucid Empire do have missile advantage. I think the Gauls, their plan is just to charge straight on in there. Throw everyone in. But if they're gonna use those shields there to block the missiles, then there's nothing the Seleucid Empire can really do, and in come the war dogs. Charging straight in there, straight in for the archers. They're gonna silence them, they're having to send the swordsmen forwards now. And the charge begins. I want to see the Gauls do it. I think the Gauls are sort of the underdog of this series, so I do kind of want to see them go get the win. Where's the cataphracts? I bet they're on this side, aren't they? Yeah, here we are. Super heavy shock cav. Not just heavy shock, not just shock cav, not just heavy shock cav, super heavy shock cav. Yeah, as I said, those cataphracts are going to decide the battle. If it's not for those cataphracts, I think Gaul could win this. Those cataphracts will really throw the battle over. Not yet sending them in. We're moving them close, but not all invested yet. And the Seleucid Empire, their front line, starting to waver, completely collapsing. The Gauls are barging on through. You need to do something with those cataphracts quick. And they're charging them in now. Not the best charge. Yeah, they could definitely have done them much better there. Ooh, getting a few frame drops. Come on, Gaul. Oh, they are starting to break. Yeah, cataphract charge. That's what did it for them. The two cataphracts are right now in melee. They're not taking advantage of their charge. They're actually getting quite slowed down by their own troops. Yeah, you need to pull out of there and go in for a real big charge. That's what they need to do with them. And the Seleucid Empire got a cav unit round the back, which I did not see. Not even a cataphract. And that starts to break the Gauls in the middle. The Gallic middle is starting to break, and if the Seleucid Empire can break through that, then it's all gonna collapse for the Gauls. Like, the Gauls, they need to hold their middle. That's meant to be their strongest bit. That's how they fight. They did try flank around, but yeah, they got the cataphracts there, and that's gonna silence the Gallic flank. They're now in one big blob of infantry that has been basically divided into two because they lost the middle. And it's just collapsing all round for them right now for having to send the general in. The Seleucid Empire general, he's actually in danger over here. He's in quite a lot of danger, but that being said, the Gauls are breaking still. Like, the Seleucid Empire is starting to waver and gone like that. I think the Seleucid Empire have this. I think they're going to hold out. That's what it's looking like right now. All they've shown is clear domination in this battle. Balance of power did jump to about here a few seconds ago, but then it went back. Balance of power is definitely going in their favour. That cav charge there, I think that's going to be a big one. That's going to be a big decider. They had two units breaking as it is, but that cav charge is going to decide it. Decide that those two are going to break. The Gauls lose themselves completely on this flank, and they've got cataphracts to spare. Yeah, clearly in favour of the Seleucid Empire. They've got cataphracts to spare that they don't even have to use. And the Gauls surrounded on this flank. I think it's already over. I think the Gauls are out and the Seleucid Empire are going to move on through. They just cannot hold their own ground. More breaks over here. And the Seleucid Empire, unshaken by most of this, they've held out very well. The cataphracts still in combat. They've almost Yeah, they've got this cataphract unit to half its strength, but still it's in the field and fighting, and gonna get a load more kills. Balance of power going even more in favour of the Seleucid Empire. Archers shooting these naked Gauls in the back. Oh, they're not naked ones. They've got armour on, but still they're getting a lot of bonus damage because they are hitting in the back. They are starting to break one Seleucid unit here, the Hillman, but that's the weakest unit. Like, if you're breaking the units, you want it to be a big one, not the basic Hillman. The Hillman wouldn't break anyway. And these cataphracts still here, still fighting on with 30 troops left, holding back 2 full squads of swordsmen. And they've still got a cataphract unit whenever they want it. Their general's alive, he's safe all the way back over here. Whereas the Gallic general, he's having to charge in here just to try and hold his own soldiers into position. Trying to boost their morale. Balance of power showing little sign of favouring the Gauls. Yeah, that's getting more and more sure that they're gone. And the Rome 2 balance of power is very inaccurate. It's very stubborn at actually moving in favour of one faction. It is by far the most stubborn balance of power we've seen. So, you know, this here, this like 10% bonus to the Seleucid Empire, that is very big. In Rome Total War, it will be more around here at this point. It's a very stubborn balance of power, is what I've noticed. I think we can just end it now. I cannot see the Gauls holding out. The general's coming in now just to finish them. They're breaking in the middle yet again. A flank opportunity has opened up. It kind of opened up to hit the general. And the cataphracts are now coming on in. A full cataphract unit, almost untouched, charging right in there for the Gallic general, gonna get a load of kills. Even though they're spearmen, it still was enough to break them. And there they go, they lost the general. The general fled the field and it all collapses for them. Well done to the Seleucid Empire for getting a win. They move through now to fight the Egyptians. Cataphracts not getting that many kills, but they weren't really needed. The infantry themselves, with missile support, was able to hold out. The Gauls, the Oathsworn did okay, but the Cav did okay. But having an archer unit get 0 kills, 15 kills, they just could not do it. Numbers were even, they just could not get the kills, and they didn't have the morale as well. But now we have the Seleucid Empire versus Egypt, and Egypt has been chosen as the defender. So, let's get these two factions in here, and let's see who is going to win the semi-finals right now. So the Seleucid Empire, we got some chariots this time, scythed chariots, but only one cataphract unit. Got some Azat Knights, you know, the usual Seleucid roster. And then what do the Egyptians have? 2 units of scythed chariots. Ooh, some Royal Peltas as well. Some mercenaries there from Kush. Alright, let's see how this battle goes. Who's gonna win it? Got no idea. I think this battle's gonna be decided mostly on the chariots and what they can do with those. Both have had to fight a battle already to get here. Egypt beating Macedon, and the Seleucid Empire beating the Gauls, the Arverni. Now, still single elimination, so the loser is out. Their last battle would be in vain. But the winner, they go on through to the final, to fight Massilia. Ooh. Right, we've got 3 quite powerful factions in here. Right now, it's not like Rome Total War where we get some super big surprises. Although, who knows? Who knows? I think, if I had to have a guess, I would say the Seleucid Empire will be Egypt. The balance of power is leaning towards them already, but only slightly. And then I believe the Seleucid Empire will beat Massilia next week. But who knows, if Egypt can win this, then that will definitely be a surprise. I didn't think Egypt would make it. I didn't think they would make it. They do have defense advantage, but is that going to be enough? You've also got to remember, the Rome Total War one, Egypt got the win in there. The Egyptians won it, which did surprise us. Arrow shots coming in, but not doing much damage against the shield bearers there, the Peltus unit. They're going to return fire at some point, and the battle has begun. Look at all those javelins just flying on in there. Cav charge, trying to get into the spearmen there. The spearmen should have taken that. That was missile cav that could have annihilated, and all those javelins missed. They should have taken that fight. I don't know why they pulled out of it for a second. The scythe chariots coming in for the Seleucid Empire, attacking the cav. They don't do that much damage. They didn't do that much there. I think, where are the Egyptian chariots? We had a bit of a charge over there that we missed. Yeah, of course we can't cover everything. They're going for it again, trying to charge the cavalry. They're not getting that many kills against the cav, but that's all they're charging right now. The cataphracts in the field, not taking any damage yet, but they have just charged into the Egyptians. A break for the Seleucid Empire and the Egyptians. What happened to all the chariots? Are they dead already? Right, they're still alive over here for the Seleucid Empire. There should be another Egyptian chariot unit. Egypt in the darker blue, remember. I just cannot see the unit there. The cataphracts doing okay so far. Only lost one unit. Seleucid Empire starting to break in the middle. It's only Eastern Spearmen. It's okay if they break. Oh, charging down missile cav with spears. Big mistake by Egypt. We're going to lose a lot of troops and get completely exhausted. Where are the generals right now? The Seleucid general in battle, but I think he should be safe. The Egyptian general getting charged by cataphracts. And he is an axeman unit and getting charged. No, he's bringing in reinforcing cav to help him out. The chariots come in for the cataphracts, all trying to save the general. Because the general was looking a bit shaky there when charged by the cataphracts. And that could be the end of their cataphract unit. It's still holding out. That's a lot of breaks for the Seleucid Empire though. That's a lot of units who are wavering. And massive power advantage to the Egyptians. They are dominating this battle according to the balance of power. And we're starting to see it now with the morale. The morale is failing. The Seleucid morale. But they could maybe just bring it back. I don't know. Seems everyone's breaking a little bit right now. Everyone's morale is low. But the balance of power, and as I said, that's stubborn. So if that's leaning this heavily, it knows something that we don't. And it's going even further into their favour. But the Egyptian general almost actually broke there. The Seleucid general now having to charge on in. The Egyptian chariots do get caught in the back by a spearman charge. They didn't lose a lot of chariots there. Already lost one. The cataphracts get out, although they have lost half of their units. Egyptian chariots charging on in, breaking the Seleucids there. The Seleucid Empire completely lost on this front. This is all they've got, one blob of infantry there, and a few cav and spear units dotted around. I think Egypt might just win this. Well, not just win this, like, win this dominatingly, if that's even a word. Ooh, massive boost there for all their units as well, provided by the general. They broke the missile cav units over there. They did manage to actually catch up to them. Seleucid Empire breaking even further. I believe all the chariots are now gone. Yeah, I cannot see any more chariots on the field. Where are the cataphracts? There they are, down to the final 9. 9 cav units, and they've broke. They've lost the cataphracts. The infantry have broken. The general broke right at the end, and Egypt got the win. The Egyptians actually did it. They beat the Seleucid Empire. Let's take a look. So they didn't get as many kills with their chariots, but still that's a lot of kills. Their cav did very well, 200 there. Mercenaries did okay, the missiles, they got a lot of kills as well for them. And the Seleucid Empire, their infantry just could not hold. 373 kills for that chariot, which is good. 141 for the cataphracts, which is okay for them. But their infantry, the hillmen, Yeah, that's all they really had for infantry. And the Royal Peltas did not do much. Well done, Egypt. So they move on through now to the finals to fight Massilia. Who's going to win that? Egypt or Massilia? I don't know. Massilia is a lot like Macedon, I would guess. So, and Egypt beat Macedon, so maybe Egypt can do it again. Beat yet another Greek phalanx nation. Can they do it? Or could Massilia get the win? Massilia beat Baktria and Carthage already. I don't know who's going to do it, but subscribe to get notified of next week's video where we'll have the final and find it out. We've already done one of these from Rome Total War, and there will be one for Medieval 2 coming in the next couple of months. Don't know when, but there will be one. So yeah. And of course human tournaments as well at the end of every month, which will be live streamed. At the end of this month, on the Saturday and Sunday, we have Attila Total War 1212 AD, a tournament for that. If you want to try and sign up, join my Discord and be active, friendly there, show off your skill. But if not, you can just watch it on the stream when it happens. More details on that at a later date. Hope you enjoyed, subscribe for more, share with anyone you think may be interested. It does really help me grow and makes these more unique series more worthwhile. Until the next one, goodbye.